Hey everybody, we just wanted to give out some shout outs to some of our sponsors. Tonight I'm going to say thank you to Tracy Westervelt with Alberta Creek Marina. They've jumped on board with us this year. Man, we've already had one tournament out there. It was a great location. It had lots of people that came out, and we're very appreciative of them. And we'd like to say thank you and look forward to the next one in April.
And I want to give a shout out to Mike and Pat down at Tadpoles, and they're always there for us. They've been our sponsor for a couple years now, but it seems like every time we break something, inevitably they've always got just what we need.
Hey everybody, Coach Tolver here. Just gonna let these guys give you a rundown of how things went over the weekend. Josh and Braxton, they placed third in the tournament, and gonna let them tell you how they caught them.
Well, to start out the video, we'd like to thank our sponsors, friends and family that helped us along the way, and our coach, Brad Talbert. We had a little practice day or practice weekend the weekend before, and we didn't catch nothing.
The lake was frozen.
It was frozen, terrible.
It was breaking ice with the boat.
So it wasn't a good tournament, or it wasn't a good practice. What else you got, Josh? What you got to say about practice?
It sucked. No, practice wasn't no good, but I guess it eliminated some water for us that we didn't go practice in our legit practice day. So, but no, tournament day, we found some spots, or two spots, I guess, in general, for the tournament, and that's where we caught our fish, the only fish we caught. And one spot was down south. It was a pretty good run, about 22 minutes or so. Running 30-degree weather, 34 or something. It was pretty cold, but once we got it down there, we caught our first 3 fish in the first 5 minutes on the A-rig by Shane Baits. And we filled the limit within the first hour, and we ended up cooling a couple more times later on in the day. Braxton ended up finally catching some fish too.
I started the day off. I just had to watch my partner here catch all the fish, and I just basically sat up there and ran the trolling motor and watched him catch all the fish. And I had a terrible time. I ended up having to change all my baits on my A-rig, and then I finally started catching some fish. We had a lot of faith going into the tournament. Our practice was pretty good for the most part, but we had probably 5 spots we had narrowed down, and tournament day, it did not turn out as good as we thought it was. Only one spot turned out to be any good. We wasted a lot of time bouncing around the spots that we thought we'd catch fish on.
We had a bunch of big followers in them spots that gave us hope in them. But tournament day, they just wouldn't commit and eat, so that wasted a bunch of time for us. But all of our fish generally came off of one spot that we started at, and then one other little spot that he ended up able to cool out one of the smaller fish. But other than that, it all came off of one spot.
How deep of water was the spot?
It ranged from catching them from 8 foot to 25 foot.
8 to 25.
Yeah, my big one I caught out of 25.
The ones you caught early, how shallow was that? Was that a shallow bite, or is it something deep?
No,
It was probably about 12 to 15, somewhere in there. You had to throw the A-rig in there and just let it sink, and then you just run it along the bottom. They shoot off the bottom and smoke it. We actually missed a bunch of bites too that day. A bunch of good bites that could have helped us actually win the tournament.
What color are the baits on there?
Don't ask me.
I don't know what that color's called.
It's close to like a pro blue.
Yeah,
It's
like a
called the
blue
right color in
Yeah.
this instance.
I don't even know what my colors are called either.
Cool.
Yeah,
All
but
right. Well, how about your rod and reel, line, all that stuff?
I was throwing 25-pound P-line on a giant 8-foot rod by 13 and a Daiwa 300 size. It's a bit overkill.
Well, there was no finesse about it once you hooked them, right?
There's nothing finesse about me.
There's nothing finesse about throwing the A-rig, really.
No, but it ended up working for me. getting them in the boat. So
No, that's what matters.
Yep.
Well, I'm proud of you guys. It was tough practice. So,
yeah.
all right. Well, if you got anybody else you want to thank them. If not, we'll go to the next one.
Mom and Dad.
Same thing here.
Awesome.
I'd like to give a huge shout out to Indian Nation Wholesale. If you have a business or you have some need for wholesale goods, they're the place to go to. They're a great partner and they're a great sponsor for us. So I want to give a huge thanks.